Kids may be silly, but some things that they come up with are absolutely genius. Stay tuned to find out how to watch movies on your phone hands-free. Are you new around here? Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to The Things for more great videos. Now on to 20 kids' ideas that were pure genius. No pants. Some kids are just pure geniuses. They aren't caught up in all the stupid things that keep adults in line. One Twitter user found out that when they tried to argue with their 2-year-old about the importance of wearing pants, after 30 minutes, they just gave up and both the parent and the 2-year-old sat and ate donuts with no pants. See, that just proves that pants are completely unnecessary. Wouldn't the world be a better place if we all just sat and ate donuts with no pants on? We would all certainly be a lot happier. Petty banana. Have you ever been so mad at someone that you just knew that you had to get them back for whatever they did to you? Of course, we all have. The trouble comes in trying to figure out exactly how to get them back without going overboard. Well, one kid definitely figured it out. Victor Pope Jr. tweeted that his son got mad at him and went and opened up all the bananas in the house. That is absolute genius, because as you know, once bananas are peeled, they don't last for very long. Good for you, kid. We would have never thought of such genius payback. Lego wall. When you were a kid, you probably had to take turns using toys and other things with your siblings. Wasn't that super annoying? Well, this one kid has figured out how to ensure that no one bothers him while he has his time on the computer. How, you might ask? Well, he simply put Legos all around his chair. If you've ever stepped on a Lego, then you know that no one is going anywhere near him as long as those Legos are surrounding him. It's probably the most genius protective idea that we've ever heard of. We'll have to keep that one in mind next time we need to protect something. Cartoons or Couchtoons? Do you ever sit and wonder about the origin of words? Probably not. Most adults just accept words for what they are without even thinking, but this one kid brings up a great point. She wondered if you watched cartoons on the couch, would they then become Couchtoons? Great question, right? Why are they even called cartoons to begin with? No one really ever watches them in a car. Bedtoons or Couchtoons would make more sense. They could even call them TV tunes. But cartoons make absolutely no sense. Someone give this girl a medal for pointing this out. We wonder how many other words make no sense that we've just been going along with. Candy corn pizza. Are you tired of the same old meals? Then maybe you need to let a kid pick out your dinner. Seriously, just look at this. James Breakwell said that he lets his 3-year-old make her own dinner one night, and guess what she did? She put candy corn on top of cold pizza. Can you think of anything better? The sweetness of the candy corn matched with the savoriness of the pizza. Magnifique. Why are there no restaurants that only serve food made by children? Wouldn't that be the best? They would probably serve hamburgers with gummy worms and soda and Starbursts. Yum. Word games. Have you ever spent hours and hours trying to master a crossword puzzle? They always start out so simply, and then all of a sudden you're 3 hours in and you haven't gotten anywhere. Well, this kid has got it all figured out. Maybe the crossword puzzles have never been asking us to find the words listed on the sheet, but to simply find it. If we'd known that, we would be finishing crossword puzzles left and right. Kids, man, they are really the gift that the world needs. They make everything so simple that we feel stupid for not thinking of it sooner. More than one Christmas. This entry is probably one of our favorites. It's absolutely hilarious. Jenny Pentland tweeted that she and her husband were arguing one day, and instead of asking them what was wrong, their kid shouted, "Yay, 2 Christmases!" Clearly, the kid was already thinking ahead to the fact that if his parents didn't stop arguing, they would split up, and then he would get to spend Christmas with each of them at their houses. And that would mean double the presents. How smart is that kid for thinking ahead like that? If we heard our parents arguing, we would probably be sad, but not this kid. He had the sense to think ahead to all of those presents. Smart guy. Brownie for you. Brownies are delicious. There's no debating that. So how would you feel if someone walked up to you and gave you a brownie? Probably pretty delighted, right? Well, not so fast. Wikipedia Brown tweeted that her cousin walked up to her and said, "I heard you wanted a brown E." And instead of giving her a delicious chocolatey treat, he handed her a cutout of the letter E on brown paper. Cruel, but absolutely genius. It's pretty much the joke of the century. What he should have done was told everyone that he was making brownies and got them all excited before revealing his cutout letters. Couch cushion. Have you ever been sitting on your couch and had a hard time getting comfortable? Sometimes the cushions just aren't padding your seat the way that you need them to, and even worse, sometimes when you lay back, you're not at the right angle to see the television. Well, this kid has found a solution to that. Instead of laying on the couch, he stands in the couch. It's actually pretty smart if you think about it. That way you're comfortable and you can see the television. The only problem is that adults are probably too big to actually fit in the couch cushion, but hey, if you're little enough to fit, just give this hack a try. Living room jungle gym. Working out can be expensive. First, you have to buy a gym membership, and then on top of that, you may have to pay a trainer to give you personal training. On top of that, you have to leave your house and do it all. Who has time for all of this? This kid has come up with a perfect hack to save you time and money. Just turn your living room into a jungle gym. That way you don't have to leave your house and it's absolutely free. The only problem is that you might get seriously injured, but that's not so important. Sippy Cup. Picture this, you're a kid and you're in the middle of an intense play session when suddenly you realize that you're super thirsty. Your friend has enough of her drink to share with you, but you don't have a cup to put it in. Well, what do? This kid has it figured out. You just take the head off of one of your Barbie dolls, flip it over, and voila, you've got a cool cup. The great thing is that once you're done drinking, you can wipe the Barbie head off and put it back on. No harm, no foul. Now, people might look at you funny for drinking out of a Barbie head, but at least you aren't thirsty anymore. Sunglasses switch. There is so much pressure on people to be stylish these days. You have to wear the right outfit for every occasion. Because of this, a lot of people end up having several of the same things. Take shades, for instance. Some people have so many that they find it hard to find which pair they want to wear on a sunny day. This kit has a solution to that problem. Simply stack the shades on your face so you can wear them all, and then when you get tired of one, you can rotate them around until you have a pair that you want. Absolutely genius. Matching pets. Don't you just love your pet? If you don't, then you may have more problems than you think. But for those of us who do love our pets, the worst thing that we can think of is losing them somewhere. When you're in a big crowd of people, a pet can easily get lost if they aren't on a leash. But if you wear a matching hat with your pet like this kid did, then everyone will know it's your animal. So even if it does get lost, people will know that you are the owner and return the pet to you. Pretty foolproof plan, don't you think? iPad Master. As we mentioned before, sometimes it's super hard to find the perfect position to watch your shows, and then you have to find a good position and you have to hold your head up the whole time while you watch the show. It stinks. This kid has the solution to all of that. Simply wedge yourself in between two chairs and place your iPad on the floor to watch in front of you. That way the chairs do all of the work and you're just sitting pretty watching your favorite show. Doesn't that sound like the best idea ever? Try this at home and then let us know how it goes. But remember, we are not liable for any accidents that occur. Dog food. Why should dogs have all the fun? Their food bowls are so easily accessible. All they have to do is stick their face in the bowl and voila, they're eating their favorite food. We aren't saying that you should start eating dog food, but this kid may be onto something. What if everyone just put their own food in a dog bowl? Then we could all just shove our faces into our food. It'd be a lot quicker and there'd be no utensils to have to wash afterwards. We'd say it's definitely worth a try, wouldn't you? Thirsty kid. We've all been thirsty at times when there was nothing around to drink. Well, if you're like this kid, you'll never be thirsty again. All you have to do to cure your thirst is to jump in a fish tank and grab a straw. After that, all of your thirst worries will soon be gone. It's the perfect way to get a drink and cool off if it's too hot wherever you are. Just make sure there are no fish in the tank first. Don't want to crush them. We wonder what his mom would say when she came home and found him sitting in the fish tank. She probably wasn't too happy, but she probably also doesn't understand genius. Going outside. As a kid, restrictions are everywhere. Your parents are always telling you don't do this or don't do that, but some kids are so genius that they find ways to get around these restrictions. Take this kid, for instance. His parents told him not to set a foot outside, and look, neither one of his feet is outside. He has totally gamed this system. Now he can enjoy the outdoors without getting in trouble. We bet his parents didn't even punish him for this. How could you punish someone that is so obviously a genius? We would be too busy laughing to punish him. Dog training. Everyone wants a cute puppy, but no one wants to put in the work to train the dog. Training takes so much time and energy, and most times it's not very fun, but this kid completely found a way around that. Instead of watching YouTube videos to learn how to train his dog and then using what he learned to train the dog, he shows the video directly to the dog. It cuts out the middleman and almost all the work for him. If this method of training actually works for them, it would completely change the way that people train their dogs, but somehow we doubt that dogs will be able to pick up things from 3 minutes of a YouTube video. Playing outside. Back in the olden days, kids always went outside to play. There was nothing else to do, but now the internet exists and everything has changed. On top of that, kids have so many games to play that they barely have time to go outside. But this kid has figured out how to play his video games and stop his mom from nagging him to go out and play at the same time. How, you might ask? By just taking his computer outside. Technically, he is playing outside, right? Such a smart idea. That is the beauty of having Wi-Fi. You can take your games wherever you want to go. Movie watching. Now that we can stream movies on our phones, watching our favorite shows and films has become super easy. The only problem is that it is so annoying to have to hold your phone up for a whole 2 hours that a movie takes to play. But what if there was a solution? Well, this kid found one. Just put your phone face down on a glass table and then lay under the table. You'll be able to see the movie without having to use your arms to hold it up for a ridiculously long time. It's a win-win. Now all we have to do is go find a glass table. That's it for the 20 kids' ideas that were pure genius. Were you surprised by any of these ideas? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.